said funds belongs to the people of Kogi State. Even though I know that even if that money is recovered, is as because the man on the saddle is boy him to do to recover that money or not. But what is important is that at least let it be seen that justice is being done, that no prosecuting Yahaya Bello and start giving us various version of how he was arrested and how he was detained. Nigerians are not interested in that. What we are interested is that he should be, prosecuted. If the law finds him guilty, then the appropriate punishment should be meted out and let the people, and it will serve as a deterrent to others. Even though I know that governor, our politicians don't, nothing deter them. They always have a way of going around and then escaping the long arm of the law. So, but whatever is happening, at least let him be shamed openly. At least that is, for me, is enough punishment to ridicule him. Thank you.
I think we're having some sort of network challenges right now, and the network challenges is really
people can't really, get all what Mr. Bassi said and all of that. But let's see if we can get this out there. There is this very particular incident that happened in Ebonyi State that the state governor, Francis Nwefuru, did expose a civil servant who was selling health material during a surprise inspection. I mean, this very video has gone viral, and I think it's something that our viewers will want to see exactly, and we'll also speak about how this corruption in high places is actually happening. But let's see what this network issue will do for us, and then I will get all other people who wish to comment on this. Go ahead. Let's take a listen at that very video, and then we'll come back.
Facebook page over the weekend, the governor is seen confronting individuals loading a vehicle with documents suspected to be records of the Ministry of Health. The suspects, identified as ministry staff and alleged buyers, are now under investigation. Let's take some tweets. Let's watch the video, come back and take some tweets.
In our own primary health care, and you have the opportunity to be a civil servant. And all these things are in their own custody and they are selling it. Today that is Saturday, you call somebody, a buyer, to come and start loading it. Now this is immunization register. Child immunization register. Please do not falsify any data. And they are selling it. And the general public are shouting every day. Our health facilities are getting total moribund. It's totally dilapidated. We need health facilities. We need health facilities. We need equipment in our health facilities. Then look at what the people are doing to government.
Okay, let's, Angel, I know, let's believe that the network is going to be stable this time. You have seen this very video, so let's quickly look at what transpired with the civil servants in Ebonyi State. How do you even see, are these not even murders? And I mean, why is it that civil servants are really the base, like the base of corruption in Nigeria?
First of all, I give kudos to the governor for the surprise visit, because if he had informed them on time, he wouldn't have caught anyone on the act. Yeah. You understand? So it's not about being a mother or a father. is corruption. It has eaten deep into the system. And you know, civil servants are there year in, year out till their retirement. So politicians, some will not pass 4 years, some will be 8 years, and they will still meet the same civil servants. So their corruption is so deep.
Yeah, but don't you think that the cause of this is because of the state capture? Because right now everything is very, very expensive. The hardship is biting everybody. For people to start selling materials that are meant for a health center, it means that they actually, I know they are stealing. I'm not trying to justify their action, but I'm saying that it's the government that is contributing to what is happening in the society.
No, as far as integrity is concerned, no. And especially health. If there is emergency, how will it happen? Will they wait for the governor to import or buy another one while we lose lives? It doesn't make sense. So they should have human sympathy. As far as health is concerned, what's their oath? To protect life, to save life. So why should they be selling the equipment? Why they receive salaries?
Okay, now I understand that the audio is back on from our people. Let me quickly go to Mr. Ako. Mr. Ako, you've heard about the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission that is set to arraign the former governor of Kogi State and the arrest that happened today by them. I just want to have your take on it. You know, we're having a talk with Mr. Bassi when the network issue arose. Can you please tell us your thoughts about it? Because a lot of Nigerians are saying that EFCC will just collect their own share of the loot and then let him go. Some people are saying that are even doubting that he's being detained or arrested. You know, it's a whole lot of things that are being taught by Nigerians. But at least we're able to get a video that shows that he was actually arrested by the EFCC, and it's coming from the spokesperson of the EFCC. So tell us what your take on this.
Kanu, good evening. Good evening, listeners worldwide. Yahaya Bello being arrested or otherwise, or being detained or being invited, whatever be the case, is not important. What is important is the outcome. The outcome of events justify whether the event was even necessary in the first place. Look at the history of EFCC so far. How many politicians are behind bars today? Look at the level of corruption in the country. So whatever the EFCC is doing in trying to lay hold on Yahaya Bello is just to clean their face that actually they were able to arrest him. That's because at a point, the EFCC could no more speak, because each time they make a post on their X account, a Nigerian just posts Yahaya Bello's picture, and it becomes troublesome. And they're trying to show that they are working. It is in justification of this that they have tried to lay their hand on Yahaya Bello. And don't expect much for this case, because as soon as the matter gets to the courts, that's the end. It's going to be granted bail. And once it's granted bail, they keep adjourning till forever. There is nothing positive will come out from this case. Yahaya Bello is not going to serve jail time for this case. Just get it in your head that is how the case will go down. A lot of corrupt cases that will put under the carpet, and this is just one of them. It's a sympathy that Kogi State is still in the hands of Yahaya Bello, because the governor was brought in by Yahaya Bello. So you don't expect anything good coming out from this case. I did mean we'll have a tough governor who is interested in getting back Kogi State funds, you know, such that the funds of the state work for the people of the state. They will be interested, yes. But what we have there is just a third-term tenure for Yahaya Bello. So I don't expect anything positive for the people. So when the state is captured, it's captured, and there is no progress in the land. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much on
Mr.
that.
Ako. And but you do realize that even when the funds are actually the funds of Kogi State, but it's coming from the federal, and that's why federal has it. Now, I want to also have your take on the issue of the Ebonyi state governor who actually exposed the civil servants selling out material during a surprise inspection. What are your take on that? The video is actually circulating everywhere, and of course, you know, people are just reacting to that. What is your reaction to that?
Okay, civil servants as they are, they survive on some of these malpractices because their salary as it is cannot even pay for their transport. Their salary cannot cater for the education needs of their children. Their salary cannot serve the food requirement of the home. How many civil servants today can feed 3 times in a day? I'm not justifying that he's stealing from government and selling, but I'm giving some of the angle. You know, we are living in such a country whereby to stand right has become a luxury. To avoid touching things that do not belong to you have become very, very difficult in times like this because the economy has collapsed, the naira has fallen, the money, what 10,000, for instance, bought years back as during Yaradua tenor, Good Lord tenor, it's not the same thing that 10,000 naira can buy today. And the salary has not changed until just this month or so. Some state governors are beginning to implement the new minimum wage. Even at that, if you compare the percentage of hiking of prices of goods, services in Nigeria, and compare it to the percentage increment in their salary, so to say, you realize that people have been shortchanged. The civil servants have been shortchanged. And even as it is today, with the inflation in Nigeria, even 200,000 minimum wage will not still keep you afloat. Because you talk about so many things that you need to do, and Nigerian politicians, they don't give a damn. So it's good that it's going on around for inspection, but it will be better if you can improve the welfare of the people.
Okay.
Very much, Mr. Ako. And let me quickly reach out to Mr. Bassi. You know, the last time when you were talking, we lost audio there, but network problem. Now, looking at it from the exposing the civil servants, I feel that the people who have been exposed, even when it is a surprise inspection, Mr. Bassi, I want you to see one angle that other people who are, you know, seeing this video for the first time are thinking. There are civil servants who their children are in should I say, private universities that their salary cannot justify. Why are they not being investigated? What about civil servants who are riding Range Rovers, who are riding SUVs that cost into 20, 30 million naira, that their salary cannot even, working for 15 years or 20 years, cannot even afford? What about investigations into that? Because the Ebonyi State governor just exposed the civil servants who is selling some health material, and people are making a big deal out of it. Now, I'm not trying to say that what she did or what they did is right, but I'm saying there are many big fish in the river that is so corrupt, that is very visible, that are not being investigated. What do you think about that, Mr. Bassi?
Thank you once again, Mr. Kanu. What you've just seen in that video from Ebonyi State is just what is happening in the entire civil service across the nation. And the woman in question is just a scapegoat. Unfortunately, she's one of the many of the hundreds of thousands of corrupt civil servants who are helping the politicians to institutionalize corruption in the system. When you see that happen, you know that she's just a small fish, like you rightly put it, compared to the humongous stealing going on in the civil service. It's because the politicians have also helped to legalize corruption in the system, because when they come to office, who are the people that introduce them to some of these ways of how to steal money, how to put constituency projects, hide them in certain ministry? They are the works of the civil servant, because they know which ministry they can put certain projects that nobody will ever uncover it. So they work hand in hand with politicians, because don't forget, politicians come after 4 years. If they are lucky, they get re-elected, they come back. But if they are not lucky, after 4 years, they go. But civil servants remain, just like the popular proverb that said, headmaster come and go, but school remains. So this is what it is. These people have they have practiced and perpetuated the act of corruption and stealing, and that is what is prevalent in the entire civil service. And coming to think of what you have just said, where certain people, a certain cadre in the civil service or NDAs can afford to send their children to even foreign university, living luxurious life that even their salary cannot carry. What do you expect of that? The truth is that this country needs to be dismantled and decoupled, because for us to have a sane civil service, you must have a radical president who comes in and decided to take the bull by the horn and deal with this situation and correct this mess that have been, that have ruined this nation for how many years now. So we need to look at this thing and see how best we can do this. How many of those visits will the governor be able to do? It was just, that lady was just unfortunate that it was a case of 6 days for the thief, 1 day is for the owner of the house. That was what just happened. And there are many of that lady across our civil service all over the Federation. So, unfortunately, she's been made a scapegoat. Like you said, we cannot justify the fact that she's stealing. And that is what it is. And she has to face the consequences, whatever it is. And then at least that will be used to set as a deterrent to others if they will learn anyway. That is just my perspective to this. Thank you.
Okay, finally, just 1 minute that I want to
respond to this very particular thing coming from the Nigerian Labour Congress, who rejected the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics report that Tinubu's government is actually fabricating the GDP growth to deceive Nigerians. Just use 1 minute to tell us your thought on that, because that is what is being hyped right now on the mainstream media. Anywhere you go and you open up your television, you are going to see that Nigeria is doing very well in GDP growth and all of that. But like I said earlier, they are deceiving Nigerians, and NLC seems to agree with that. Just in a sentence, what is your thought on that?
I totally agree with the NLC. When I saw that report, I laughed. You see, this is just to window dress and deceive Nigerians. The truth is that you and I live in this country. They said there's an improvement in GDP. What has contributed to that? When we know that over the past 1 month, many companies have folded up, people have lost their job. So where did they get this data from? If not that they are just being they are manipulating this data to give government a positive outlook. But the reality does not support that. So when you say something, there's an improvement, we should see that reflected in the economy, in the common man life, in the street. We should see that reflecting, but we are not seeing it. Today, tell me one commodity that the price has come down from what it was. Rather, it has gone higher. So how can you say that there's an improvement in the economy? If not that somebody is just trying to mislead the entire nation. That's just what it is. And Nigerians should not fall for that. This government is using that to launder their image, to make it look as if that they are working. But the truth is that that is not true. And nobody should fall for that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Akwan. Also, Mr. Bassi.
Thank you so much for being with us. And for you viewers, of course, EFCC, we are waiting until tomorrow in court to see what happens. And I will be giving you people update on the court going on starting from tomorrow to see how Yahaya Bello is going to be treated in court and whether he's going to be released on bail like Mr. Akko had projected. And of course, go to the comment section. Tell us your thoughts about the Ebonyi State exposing civil servants who are in the low cadre but are failing to expose those who are coming to work with SUVs and whose children are, of course, like Mr. Bassi said, are in foreign schools that their salaries cannot afford. But I think that's as much as we can take right now. And now passing the mic over to Angel, and we'll take it off from there.
Yes, so thank you so much, my active citizens and obedient worldwide. Let's watch out tomorrow, just few hours to go. Let's see if Yahaya Bello will go to prison or not, or it will just die like that. They will sweep everything under the carpet. We are waiting for them tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. Let other obedience know what is going on. Thank you so much for being with us. We love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.